Good morning everyone. This is the continuation of the previous video where we have started tenses. In my last video I told you about the structure of sentences dealing with present tense. Now today I will be telling you about the structure of sentences in the past tense. So let us start with simple past. Now in simple past, if you look at the formation or the structure of the sentence, you will have the subject plus the V2 form of verb. Let us understand this through some examples. The first one you see, I played football last evening. So this sentence is in past tense because it is telling you about an event which happened last evening. Here you have the subject I and the V2 form of verb play, that is played. I played football last evening. This tells you about an action or an event which happened last evening. Next we have, she gave me a wonderful present. In this sentence also, you have the subject she and the V2 form of the verb give, that is gave. So she gave me a wonderful present. It is also telling about an event or an action which took place in the past. So when you construct a sentence in simple past, it should have a subject and the V2 or the past tense form of a verb. Next, let us see past continuous. When you construct a sentence in past continuous, you should have a subject plus helping verbs was and were plus ing form of verb. Now, use of was and were depends on the subject. Now, if the subject is singular, you will use was, and if the subject is plural, you will use were. For example, I was playing football when my mother called. So here you see you have the subject I, which is singular, it accompanied by was plus ing form of verb. Next, when the children were studying, the lights went off. Here children is plural and therefore the helping verb or the be form of verb you will using will be plural, that is were. So the sentence, when the children were studying, the lights went off, it is an example of past continuous. Next, let us see past perfect. Now, in past perfect, when you construct a sentence in past perfect, you have a subject plus had. So, in present perfect, I told you, you will use either have or has according to the subject. Now, in past perfect, irrespective of the subject, you will always use had plus the V3 form of verb, that is the past participle form of verb. For example, I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. So you have the subject I plus had plus the V3 form, that is fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. So whenever you form a sentence in past perfect, keep in mind you should have had plus the V3 form of verb. Next example you see, he had earned a lot of money. Here also you have subject he, but with it you always use had. In past perfect you only have the use of had plus the V3 form, that is earned, then the rest of the sentence. So he had earned a lot of money is a sentence in past perfect. Next, let us see past perfect continuous. In this, you have the subject plus had plus been plus ing form of verb. Let us understand this through example. It had been raining all day. So the action in the past is still continuing in the present. Here, so it is a past perfect continuous. So it had been raining all day. So in the past, this action had been continuing. Next sentence you see, I had been writing articles on various topics for 3 hours. So here you have the subject I, had plus been plus ing form of verb, that is writing. I had been writing articles on various topics for 3 hours is again a sentence in past perfect continuous. So this is the structure of the sentence in past perfect continuous. Let me revise quickly. When you make a sentence in simple past, the structure of the sentence of simple past should be subject plus the V2 or the past tense form of a verb. When you make a sentence in past continuous, you should have a subject plus a helping verb was or were. A was or were will be according to the subject. If it is singular, you will use was. If it is plural, you will use were plus ing form of verb. If you're making a sentence in past perfect, it should have a subject plus had plus V3 form of verb or past participle form of verb. If you're making sentence in past perfect continuous, you should have a subject plus had plus been plus ing form of verb. So these were the structure of sentences that are used in past tense. Thank you.